Hey YouTube, we are back. All right, so happy Friday. You made it. It's almost the weekend. The last gameplay that we did, we landed at the fishing village. We did a whole bunch of investigating there. And we ended with a really interesting call to communism in our thoughts, maybe it was. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that was an interesting way to end the last video. But enough of me chit-chatting away. Let's get back into this game. All right, so here we are. And yeah, this is where we ended with Harry having a lot of conversations in his head about politics. And, you know, I kind of like dismissed it a little bit. And I want to tell you why. It isn't that I don't think that the political philosophies that are covered in the game aren't interesting. I think they are. But I'm trying to be really intentional in how I'm playing the game, especially with the direction I'm trying to take Harry in. So in the last video, one of the things that I said is that I'm trying to play Harry as a bit of a redemption arc, because the one thing that I've noticed is that all of the NPCs in this game really talk about Harry as if he's a total like disaster. You know, they expect him to be drunk, they expect him to make mistakes, they expect him to be belligerent, all this other stuff. And so what I'm trying to experiment with in this game is seeing, like, if I don't give the NPCs the character they're expecting in Harry, how will that impact the game and the way things play out? Now, when it comes to the political stuff that keeps coming up, he keeps getting tempted to go down a communist path. And I'm not going to get into any political opinions of my own here. What I'm going to say is this. We have a character who is in an extreme situation right now where he lost his badge, which we just recently got back. He doesn't know where his police gun is. His police car is sitting in the ocean. It looks like he's entirely driven his life into a ditch from everything that his colleagues at work are saying about him. It's been alluded to that he may also have driven his personal relationships and maybe romantic relationship off into a ditch. Basically, this character's life is in the gutter right now. And so I'm honestly not really sure that he has the capacity to even care about things so far outside of his scope as politics right now. I'm not really sure he would care about that. I feel like he's hanging on by a thread right now in his life. And I think that his views of the world around him would be much more compressed because of that. But we'll see. We'll see what the game keeps putting in front of me and kind of how that plays out. So, all right, on that note, let's kind of get back into it. Hi, Kim.
Yes?
Nothing. All right. So I wasn't sure if after all the weird stuff in the church, if Kim was going to have more opinions for us, but he doesn't. Let's take a quick look here. So we need to get Acela to talk about her associates. Talk about her friends. That's the girl outside of the church that we had talked to in the last video. Help the Ravers start a nightclub. It looks like this crab man that we had just talked to doesn't really care if they open a nightclub in the church. Solve the egghead puzzle. There has to be some way to talk to this person. You just haven't found it yet. Take the stuffed bird to Gart. Buy spirits from Rosemary. Yeah, we're not going to do this one. This is a request from the necktie, and we do not trust the necktie. We have gotten the signatures for Everart. We need to put that in the mailbox. So basically, I think what we need to do in this session is a couple of things. I'd like to continue exploring around the fishing village. I'd like to try to find Morel, the cryptozoologist. And then I would like to get these signatures in the mail and take care of that stuff once we're ready to get back to town. Okay, what else do we have here?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A cracked...
Okay, we had done that last time. So can we walk through that? No, we cannot. All right. Is there anything else around here that we should be looking at? I think we got everything covered over here. Here's the crab man up here.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Oh, this is good. So there was a computer up at the front of the room we weren't able to get into. Let's ask him. Have you, by any chance, heard the Veja say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Let's see. Honestly, I just want to break into it. It's for a first-degree murder investigation. We don't know that it's related to that. Just tell me the password? No. Let's just be honest with him. We want to break into it to see what's on it.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
Okay,
I
then,
think we're
thanks.
done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Well, then, Kim, you might be right. So, I don't know. Just consider me nosy.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon, Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this the personal log?
So this is the second one of these computers we found. We found one in the cursed commercial area as well, and we didn't have the password for that one either. So let's try this again. I think I might have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Okay.
Fortress accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress accident? Like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinaise. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
So yes. Okay, so that is the one.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Very good, Kim. You're right.
Anything else I can help you with?
I'm finished.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
She says as her voice disappears into a whirl of static.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press print is what she said to do, right?
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Oh, wow. Read the
The
printout.
first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church, the door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in.
Yeah, she's got cables running all over this church.
The lieutenant leans closer. scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Read the second entry. Let's not ask any questions until we have a little bit of information.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers.
So, all right, so this might be just like there was a company that was trying to set up some kind of online role-playing game. So I don't get the impression, or at least I don't know if they have the internet. But this seemed like they were trying to set up some kind of early version of that for this game specifically.
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people? I'm interested in the data loss, but I feel like if we're going to stay remotely on track and not stress out Kim, what would be more pertinent would be understanding the people, right? As part of a police investigation, you need to get your list of everybody in order.
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business, the one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
A data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Okay, read the fifth entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinaise people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Yeah.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Read the sixth entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
She hasn't mentioned the crab man at all.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right, towards the silence. Read the seventh entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
Yeah, that's silence. So if you don't remember from the last video, there's a part of this church towards the back as you're walking towards where the crab man is, where sound just doesn't penetrate. So when they first came in, Harry tried like yelling to Kim standing next to him, and they couldn't hear each other.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
Yeah, Kim thought it was just the way the building was designed. But what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
Okay, so this is Acela, or Acel, however you say her name, and she did get scared because of the crab man. So now I'm wondering if this individual hasn't noticed the crab man yet, which I don't know how you don't notice that. I mean, these guys did right away, but she must be describing...
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
I was hoping Kim would say her name because I don't... Acela? Acel? I can't remember how to pronounce her name. Read the 9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinaise.
That was us.
Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinaise of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plances.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
So he's got the gloves on, the armored gloves that the victim had on, and those give him more interfacing skills, so more ability to work with machines. Read the 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles, crackers, ping energy drinks,
Ping.
water, toothpaste, gum. Also, some canned air.
Okay, sounds like a shopping list.
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Uh-oh, busted. She's gonna be mad that we're snooping in her stuff. Well, that's weird.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. We're not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead, searching for my lost identity. Let's just say number 1. We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Okay. What else can we look at? Let's give her a few minutes. She said she needed 2 minutes. That's not a lot of time. Should we tell her about the crab man? Oh, he's not there anymore. Wonder where he went. All right, let's try to talk to her. I hope it's not going to be like, come back later.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. We could ask her if we broke anything, which would be kind of the nice thing to do. We could ask her who she is, either by being specific. Let's do that. Hey, are you the lead programmer of Royal Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or no, not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Okay, I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss to her. Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
So Crabman might be legit, because he also said that he's hanging out up in the rafters, because he's like connecting with some, what was the mother of silence or something like that.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
I need to start taking notes. Like, the list of like things going on is getting extensive. Okay, so let's see. Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal or a hole in the world? What does that mean exactly? Let's ask the second question first. A hole in the world? What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
There's something frantic. Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer. Well, think about it. Like, there's a room, I forget where it is, but there's some room that you can go into and tour, and it's completely devoid of all sound. And I forget what the measurement is for sound. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but they have measured that room to be able to tell you exactly how silent it actually is. So, granted, this might not be in the same world that we live in, being a video game and all, a fictional story. But there are measurements I would think you could use for this.
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Exactly. Wait. You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings. on that which exists.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
And that's where the crabman is hanging out. She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
Let's see. What else can we... Have you seen the crabman?
No.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
Sounds like you're not worried about him at all.
No, you're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. How do you feel about anhedonic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you even listened to it? Like, actually listened?
Yeah. Like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
She pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about a club for anhedonic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center would be nice. A petting zoo, community space. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anhedonic dance music. They said it's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
I'm sorry, Kim. All right, why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
RAIN prefix. That's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Not really.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Wait, what's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
I hear like crickets chirping in Harry's head.
Like love.
Like love? And the AR1? Is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinaise is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
So we already know this, I feel like, but it's the only available option. Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
Isn't your REM Prefect radio computer made exclusively for the government use?
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
And you work for the government?
No, I don't.
So why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation, and Reims Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. So I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a Reims Prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see Ream prefects in every police department, for example.
How did you get your hands on it?
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade Revachol series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as Reims Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain.
What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my Reims Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Right. I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
About that 2mm hole again.
The swallow, you mean? What about it?
All right,
Great.
we're done with that.
Thanks.
I'll let you work in peace now. Okay.
Fairweather T500.
What?
Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Okie dokie. Smoky. All right, so that's done. I don't think we have any skill points. Where did the 15th Indo tribe go? Oh, we won't worry about this for right now. All right, so I think we're done in the church. I feel like I need to go back out and talk to those children. Who do I need to talk to again? I do that all the time. Tell Andre. Okay. Oh, Andre, where are you? Wait, where are they? Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash on every MC in Revachol, hopefully. I thought it was like right outside the church that we saw the kids, but apparently I was wrong about that. Where are they? Where are those kids? Oh, what's this over here? The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. feel like we wandered off somewhere else. Oh, we hadn't been over here. Who the hell is that up there? I feel like...
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinaise? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Hypertext?
Nice to meet you.
Hold on, hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his warm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building again.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why? Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Research and development. What's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore.
He smiles brightly, laugh lines around his eyes.
You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea Culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Look at the building looming over you.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinaise, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced. What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues.
All of this was built by Feld, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinaise proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
So I'm having one of those moments that I have frequently in this game where I'm like, why are we learning all this information? What does this have to do with anything? And then the game always surprises me. So I guess we're just going to continue learning about the computer business that fell apart because of the revolution.
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
He raises his finger, remembering something.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team. Trying to...
Can you imagine? Like, oh, where do you work? Oh, I work at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center. That's such a great name.
Wait, did he just say Wompty Dumpty Dum Center?
He totally did. Yeah.
He did it. He said Wompty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
This is what I'm saying.
What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
These are all very valid questions in my mind. Okay. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? Keith and Gary Juice, what are you talking about?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
I love that there's this in the middle of it that isn't said by him or the narrator. There it is again, those words. You're making this up. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
Wompty Dumpty Dum.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
For the record, I'm going to admit to all of you guys that I only heard half of that because, yes, I am thinking about Wompty Dumpty Dum. That's going to be in my head for at least a few minutes. Kim won't have it in his head because he doesn't have his head singing and talking to him all the time. All of his thoughts are on paper. Okay, made of black film and folding tape structures. Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary setting fire to this precious device. but so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
He takes a step back. The boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind. What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
We already talked about that.
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
Tape computers.
Tape computers.
Right. You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinaise was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
I wanted to ask something else.
But of course, what else?
I don't want to hear about the building again. We're not going to ask him for money.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
All right, let's see. What else do we have going on here?
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
The lieutenant raises the collar of his bomber jacket. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. The fence blocks the path. No way on from here. Oh wait, there was something here. What's that? Money, money, money. Oh wait, we forgot these. What are these? Nice. All right, now I mean it. Now we're gonna go over there. Come on, boys. Oh wait, what's this? Spoke too soon. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Oh, there's someone over here too. Wow, there's people all over. Oh, is that Morel? Tiny cages, carefully constructed. I think it is. I'm gonna put this away. We're walking around with a flashlight like a weirdo in broad daylight.
Here we go. Nice and easy.
We found
No
him.
way out, little guys. Not out of this gem.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary the crypto fascist.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn waterlock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Are we going to admit to him that it's our fault? Or just say, the waterlock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. Yeah, we're going to withhold we don't need to information dump.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
What about you?
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm.
Jeez. I gotta tell you, man, if I'm on the beach and a bug the size of my forearm shows up, I'm gonna just die right there on the spot. That's it. That'll be it. Okay, let's see. What sorts of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defenses work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
Typical rookie assumption.
Oh.
Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defenses, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
Poor Kim, we are torturing him. Between exposing him to the crab man and now this dude hunting for cryptids, Kim's probably just can I get back to the land of the real and the logical?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says brusquely enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
Yeah.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there had been a sighting of it here in Martinaise.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinaise specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
The way he said extraordinary creature makes me think of Steve Irwin. Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
How do they work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
A carnivorous stick insect seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
Not a big fan of skepticism, this one.
Yeah, apparently not. I feel like if you're going to be a cryptozoologist, you need to be internally optimistic. Let me ask
Yes.
you about something
What?
else. How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
That's a good answer.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
So you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play, just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Oh, I don't want to offend him. I don't. It's a profession just like any other.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
I love that. I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen. So see, he is an optimist. And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind,
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yes?
Let's see. I don't want to talk about specific ones. Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
He looks south, where Lena would be.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Ugh, I don't like crabs. They're like giant bugs.
Won't let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
Yeah, I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She sighted the phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Uh-oh. He coughs, then continues.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together.
Is he okay?
I can't abandon course now.
Another cough, into his fist this time. Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, and come back to check the traps later.
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
He looks at you with obvious surprise. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
And also patience. What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Where are the traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab.
Okay.
A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them,
He gestures to the trap in front of him.
you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
What, aren't you having fun?
Even relative to examining a week-old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as fun. But have it your way, detective.
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals.
Oh, great.
The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me.
Wise choice.
He douses you with the odd-smelling spray, then gives you a satisfied nod.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop.
Okay.
Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too.
Okay.
But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
I'll get going. Yeah, we're done. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up.
Hello, I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Yikes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Let's see. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revachol.
His gaze shifts to the pile of soggy logs at his feet.
He pronounces Revachol with a hard K, unlike other people. Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
You said Revachol.
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
He nods solemnly.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd. It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Oh, that's right. He had the Revachol flag, or the old flag, in his apartment. Or at least I'm assuming that's his apartment. Because he's been here the whole time. And he's a crypto-fascist. And I think we saw some fascist stuff in that apartment. So this was an apartment that the union boss asked us to unlock for him, which was weird. Do you know anything about the man hanged? You were you were surprised to see my colleague.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly.
The lieutenant is a native of Revachol.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinaise is about. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
I don't know. His answers seem just very measured in a way that's suspicious to me. Inspect the traps. Okay. Oh, good. It has all of the locations. Thank you for your cooperation. A buoy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11.
That patch of reeds over there It's a great place to hide something, kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
What is this about?
Nothing, just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
Wait, what? That was peculiar. Why would it say that, but then we don't find anything? These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling. It's almost impossible to get a fire. This is one thing I don't like about the game, is when the little messages kind of overlap each other. It's kind of a pain in the neck. So there's a building over here too. What's this? Wait, where am I going? How do I get over to this building? What were you just thinking about, Harry? The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? Can I get over here? No. How do I get into this building? They are walking slow. Come on, Harry, pick up the pace. I wish we had our hat. So it's winter time and they're on the beach. It's gotta be so raw over here right now. Oh, it's this way. I see. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench covered in rust.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here. Let's do this.
Unable to piece together the big picture just now. The scattering of bullet holes.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinaise sense. Grim affairs.
What does that mean? What's different about the density?
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
I love when I ask a question and the game directly answers me. Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Yeah, that might be the goal, but the reality is when we were searching that doomed commercial center, we found a whole bunch of rifles. The sign says, Entrée interdite. An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. People paid money to park here. No one would pay now. Have any of you guys tried the new game that's come out from these developers? It's supposed to be a spy game. The door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. What's this? Found people. What is that? What is this? Is it a hat? It is a hat. Okay. That was a total guess on my part, but all right, he's got a stylish hat now. Can we go this way at all? Looks like the answer is no, isn't it? All right, what's this over here? The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. There is so much stuff over in this part of the game to like find and explore. It's kind of crazy.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same behind you. A ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
Reach for the trap?
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one.
No, you weren't.
Poor, like, I love, like, when Kim gets sarcastic. He's so straight all the time. And when that part of his personality comes out, it just makes me happy for some reason. Come on. Oh, oversized superstar glasses. No boat in the boathouse today. Oh, what's this? I'm picking up all the loot, guys. Ooh, 45 cents. How can we pass that up? All right. Let's see. Can we go this way? Can I go over here? And just cut over this way? No, we can't. All right, we gotta go all the way around this building. That's kind of a bummer. Oh, wait. There's another one here.
This is the trap. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
Oh, Kim, you know you love us. We're making your life entertaining and exciting, buddy. It would be so boring if it was just you out here by yourself. Actually, I don't think you'd be out here. It's over here. More kids? Oh wait, we're back in the fishing village. Yep. We don't need to be here. But at least now I feel like I have my bearings a little bit. That's funny. When we went and found the church, I totally missed, like, all these other buildings over here. All right, let's speed it up a little bit. All this slow walking is starting to wear on my patience a little bit. So here's the church, I believe. Yeah, we didn't see any of this. A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. Okay. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
I think we have change.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
I'm not just calling a random number. I was hoping we could call the lady at the precinct who's looking up the information on the armor for us. Buzz hummed. The electricity flows through the wires with audible power.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a
It's
closer
streaked
look.
with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
It might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets?
Could have been multiple seagulls.
A poet could write a dozen verses and still not begin to capture the profound vexation in that sigh. You should still take it.
We're not taking it. Damn it, now I'm worried that if I don't take it, I'm missing out on something. Let's just take it. We're not wearing it, though. Harry's finally climbing out of the gutter, and he looks dapper, and he's staying that way. A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried... Oh, I missed the rest. That tarp will keep out neither rain, nor snow, nor wind. A coin-operated weighing machine. Hasn't been used for a decade. What's this? Megabinos prescription lenses. We have a lot of glasses for some reason. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Oh, what's this? Take all. Postcard. Money. Okay, it's over here. A big wine canister. It's open and empty. I wonder where that came from,
The
Harry.
smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Oh no.
It is death. It must be.
Kim, what's that smell?
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
Oh no.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Oh, kebab sounds great.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Wait, what are we missing? Strawberry liquor, Pilsner. So a lot of booze. Examine the cigarette pack.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
I can't decide if this person, is he moving? Is he alive or is he dead? Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol.
Yum.
It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
All right.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Oh no.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
So he is dead.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse. Wow, this just turned from us having a very kind of leisurely stroll through the reeds to this. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any sign of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer.
He
We
stands
need
up.
to investigate.
Yep, he stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Okay, let's start with his clothes. Study his clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
All right.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Yep. Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
So it was an accident.
A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark.
Yeah, look at all the holes and stuff around here. Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
So he got lunch and came out here to have his lunch and hang out maybe, and had an accident. Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Look at how the snow's starting to accumulate. That's really neat. Examine his head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
So he was drunk.
Tear all around us.
He looks at 2 other bottles forgotten near the coin-operated viewer. Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
Oh,
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
this is a really important learning experience right now for Harry, right? To give him almost it kind of in a weird way reminds me of A Christmas Carol when Ebenezer Scrooge meets his former business partner and gets that view into this is your future if you don't shape up. To me, that's kind of what's going on here in some ways. Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Oh, you guys got to be careful.
You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Oh no.
He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole. and you would have never found him.
Yeah, step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
Yeah, he looks south, the way you came.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
That's what I'm saying, Harry. He looks like me. I could have ended up just like him, dead on some empty boardwalk with a bottle next to my corpse.
Well, at least you're not married.
The lieutenant points at the ring on the man's left hand, the flesh around it, swollen and gray.
Or, what if you are?
Wait, we met like a lady in the fishing village who said their husband was gone. Is this him?
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinaise boardwalk.
Although she said that he died out at sea, didn't she? All right, so that's probably not him. What do you think happened here? I already know, but let's just go through all the questions.
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Yeah, all right, let's... There we go. Do you think he was drunk? What about the kebab? Yeah, what about the kebab? Because I don't think it was that old.
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the parks.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
But number one, like, it's not moldy yet. I'm probably digging too much into it. Let's just keep going. Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later, why not?
Yeah.
But keep it simple for now.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
Do we take the case or not? How much stuff do we have going on right now? Not that much. I think we should take care of it. We found him. We should finish this. I agree with that.
All right. We should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Okay. So, I always do this. All right, let's come here. Interact. It's got to be here. Where is it?
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Okay.
Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned.
Okay.
Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Fun. Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
We should call. We passed by that phone.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Okay. Filthy jacket. All right. I don't think there's anything else we need to do there.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent.
Wait. I'm sorry, guys. I always do that. And call the station. Okay. So we need to make some phone calls. We don't need to do anything else necessarily over here. I feel like we should get off this boardwalk. The coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. All right, let's get off this boardwalk. Careful there. These floorboards look rotten and weak. Moonshine probably. Smells like fermentation. Anything else over here? No. All around. Why can't you jump? All right, so we did. We saw everything over here. I think we could. All right, let's get through here. Come on. I want their natural movement state to be running. I wish they would just jog everywhere. Here.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
I don't want to dial a random number. But let's do it.
Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
What? The woman moans and the phone line howls in unison with her. I'm not a salesman. I was just calling a random number and you somehow ran with it.
This is because we are bred to be leaders. I can hear the common or mixed background from your voice. I just so wanted it to be Pierre. Have a pleasant evening, prankster.
Disconnect tone.
Okay, that was fun. She was a little nutty, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I was hoping we were going to be able to make an actual phone call here, but no. All right. There's the church. Where am I going? I don't know. Oh, this all looks weird. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. Yeah, what is this thing over here? These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. Where did my... I lost my cursor for a second, guys. The building before you housed the engine must have been a big one. The chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. Can we go in this
An old
creepy
door
building?
worn by elements guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this
It's
thing?
military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
All right, we're not going to get in there with a 3% probability. I'm not that optimistic. Here's the other one. Let's do this. I feel like we're kind of like working through these traps pretty
This
quick.
trap's not too hard to spot once you know what.
Reach for it. Hey.
This trap's nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
Farmer, it wasn't in here.
I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Kim, why did you have to say that?
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze. Snow specks the stalks. Most of it melts quickly. The reeds seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Yeah, super cold. And that wind has so much humidity in it when you're near the coast in the winter. Like living in New England, I know that, and it just goes right through you. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. Oh, this is kind of a neat little peninsula or whatever it is. What are these? A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder's too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. All right. Tiny inlets there, in the far distance, where the post trails toward it. One of the things that I really like about being here, a scented scarf, is we're seeing seabirds and stuff, and it made me realize that, like, when we were in Revachol, you take a mental note, seems important somehow. We didn't really see any animals. Like, at least it was only when we came here to the coast that I was like, oh, birds. And I started thinking about animals again. Okay. Can I look at a map? Where's the map? Where is that map? Does it tell me where I am? No, it doesn't tell me where I am. Okay. All right, so that didn't help much. It's funny how we came out of the church and I somehow got really turned around by that. And I don't quite get it. Unless the kids left and moved somewhere else, because I don't remember all those buildings and stuff from earlier. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water. You. Okay. Thanks for that, I guess. Kim, where are we going, dude? Okay, so we're back in the fishing area. The fishing village. That's my little hut. We talked to the lady up there near her boat. Where did those kids go? This is where my car is in the water. This is the path of my car careening into the water. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Okay, this seems new. The swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time. Glory says the graffiti to the ghosts of us. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Oh, wait. Let's grab that. Maybe we'll find a sad song so we can do karaoke. Nice. We did find something. Birds in the birch tree, very audible clues. Let's go in here and see what's in here.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
In this yard?
The lieutenant looks at the small building. A flock of gray swallows takes off in the distance.
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
So this part of the coast is a bloc obscur?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage.
Yeah. I don't want to get too into the weeds. Where are we? Why did it go? What is going on with this game? Why are you doing that? Where's Harry? Why can I not find myself? Hello? Do you see what the game is doing? What is this? I can't see him. All right, I think I'm gonna have to close out of the game. So we're gonna stop here so I can reboot this game. And, you know, we've been playing for almost 2 hours now, so I think that's probably a good spot to end anyways. Thanks for watching. I think the next thing I'd like to do is get back into town, mail that envelope. There's a couple other related tasks with some of the other side quests we have going on that I feel like we need to get back to the center of town to take care of. And I will see you in the next video for us to do that. Have a good day.